So now we're in groups. This is the proper rock, proper hardcore stuff. This is the real deal. Okay, so groups, it will say default. Default, at the minute I have it as false, but automatically it will be as true. Okay, so what that means is as soon as you log in to the new server, if say you invited your friend or a random person to join your server, then they would automatically be the default group. So I have that as false because I want them to be automatically a builder, but you can have that as true until you decide whether you want them to be uh, a builder or whatever. Okay, so you can set that to false and builder to true if you want, or you can just keep it as normal. Sorry. Okay, so here what we have is this is what you'll normally see. As you can see, I've already customized these ones, but this is blank because I don't use default. So prefix is the thing that you will see before your name. Um, so moderator or admin or whatever it may be. And the suffix is, if you want a suffix, that was what will appear after your name. So it will say moderator, Ben Steer, and then whatever you want after it. Um, so build false, that means that you cannot build when you're this group. So you can't destroy blocks, you can't do anything, to be honest, apart from use the commands. So if you want that as true, you make it to true. If you want it as false, set it to false. Pretty simple, true and false rules. Okay, so prefix, we'll go into this. Prefix, what you want, you definitely want these things here. Oh, my bad. Because that otherwise, Bucket, Group Manager, will not understand what you're talking about. So at the minute you've got and E, so that is a colour. Now I'll put the different colours in the description. So at the minute, and two is it's green. We already know that. Let's see. Where's moderator? And six is yellow, and so on. So you kind of get the picture. You can search these up, and I think I'll be able to find one and put one in the description. So you put what colour according to the code you want, and then what you want is you want the square brackets. You don't want the normal ones. You want the square brackets. Otherwise, again, it won't recognize it. And then you put So then you want to put in whatever you want to call it. What I'm going to call it is new person. Okay, so that is what people will see, and you can see they all have to be identical and everything. So if we save that, I'll show you what we have just done. We'll go reload. So that will basically reload all of your plugins, and now I've saved something that will reload stuff. Okay, so now if we go /man promote and steer to new, oh my bad, /man promote Ben Steer, you have to do it to default or whatever that group is called at the top, not what you've named it. Okay, so now you're at default. When I start talking, it'll say new Ben Steer. I don't have that on, just simply because I want them defaultly to be a builder, and that would say builder. Okay, so you might have got the hang of some of the commands by now, but I'll run through it at the end just so you're pretty confident with it. Okay, so let's move on to inheritance. I probably should have done this before, but you know, in the end we'll get through everything. Okay, so here you'll see the little G for global, colon, and essentials underscore default. Now this brings us back to global groups. What it's doing is referencing all of these. Okay, so at the minute it's referencing default, isn't it? Okay, so essentials default, the permissions, and here this is just so you don't have to write them all out. You can just put inheritance G essentials default. This will refer back to here. Refers probably not the right word, but you know, you get the picture. And then it's also bucket default, which is in the default bucket permissions. Okay, so hopefully you've run through that. If you have any questions about anything, you can still comment and stuff. Okay, so here what we have is the essentials builder default. Blah, 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 blah. Right, I've moved these in the wrong place for purposes, I think. Okay, so inheritance. This shouldn't be in inheritance. This should be in thingy-ma-bob. Okay, so if we cut them, what you see is default, blah blah, permissions, blah blah. Let's go back to here. This is what it used to be like. So permissions. Let's go. We want this manage minus, and paste. Okay, so this is what mine looks like at the minute. What you have to do is you have to find the permissions. Okay, so do not put them in inheritance because although it may look right, it doesn't work. It won't break the plugin, it won't do anything, but it will not work. So it will not register that these, because it'll be trying to reference it. It will not register that it is a plugin command. Okay, so these are the commands. These are inheritance. You gotta kind of notice that, otherwise it will just screw up and you'll have hard work and you won't understand, and then you'll rage, then you'll delete the server, and then you have to start all over again, like I did. Yeah. Okay. So for that, I think we've pretty much covered that. If you want more detail in this, then you can go ahead and message me. But at the minute, what you want to go is save, go back to that, /reload. That reload all the plugins, reload complete. Now you have everything. You can go. Okay, so here are the commands in game and on the console. Just on the console, you don't have to use the /, obviously. Okay, so man promote, player's name to the group. Okay, that's pretty simple. Then you have so that you don't have to have like man demote and everything. You can promote them from an owner to a much lower class and everything. Okay, so what Essentials comes with is a great deal of helps here. So here it has help 1 out of page 17. Some of them are plugins that I've added and shit like that. Okay, so if we go help 2, this will bring us most of the man. Man is short for manager, obviously, so group manager. Or person, maybe, possibly. So, don't do that. Okay, so here we have add permissions directly to that player. So in game, you can add the permission for them to change their game mode. Add removes permissions directly from the player. So if somehow they're doing that, you can remove that permission if you didn't know about it. List all the permissions from a player, so all the permissions that they have for that player. So let's see if we can do it right now. Actually, no, it'll mess it up. Manu checkup verifies if the user has permissions and where it comes from. Manager add permissions to the group. No, sorry, man group add permissions and removes lists. Check groups that has permissions and where it comes from. It gets pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You just have to kind of read them all up. Alright, so that's about it, guys. If you found this video helpful, then please give a like, comment, and subscribe, because that would do a great detail. If you want me to, that would do a great deed somehow. Okay, so that'll make me feel nice and all fuzzy inside and everything, and everyone will be happy. So if you want me to do more bucket plugins, then go ahead and just tell me, whatever. If you need any help, you can private message me or you can comment. I'll probably reply to both. Okay, guys, so I hope you have fun with this plugin, because it is great and it will help your server a lot. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.